Okay, so this is a basic Copper Blob run. It's intended to be Tech 20 content. I am doing this on a Tech 22 engineer, so it's a wee bit overpowered. You can see my shield bank is here, currently at 132,000 shields out of a max 167,000. I'm slightly dyslexic, or slightly slurring things. See my resist, press F10, see the ship window. Huge resist, we don't care about anything except for physical and energy. And physical only slightly, because physical missiles are secondary weapons. Energy is the name of the day. All the enemies in this copper galaxy, dungeon, whatever you want to call this, instance, well, dungeon, the instance is at the very bottom, are weak to energy and deal energy. The lowest levels also have a secondary laser weapon. But that's it. The drones, well, this is an engineer. He uses a support freighter. If you hear any lawnmower in the background, I apologize for that. That would be neighbors mowing the lawn. I'm using a Calthy armored deployer, which is with this particular skin. I like this skin more than the base skin. Goes 153 speed, has a ton of hull space, capacity, whatever you want to call it. Has these acceleration and turn stats. These stats here, the ones that we really care about are our drone ops, offensive ops, defensive ops, etc. And that makes our drones better. Drones are little automated combat platforms. Basically, you deploy them, they shoot at stuff. Done. Easy to know. The drones we're going to use are Twisted Blaster drones. The stats here, the DPS stat is the baseline DPS without any form of drone ops or offensive drone ops whatsoever. Unmodified baseline. So we're going to mark these guys enemies by pressing X. Mark team enemy. Mark enemy is fine, but since I'm on the team, I just do team enemy. We have our drones hotkeyed by dragging and clicking on them in the inventory. Click, hold, drag to location hotbar, and now we can use it. We can, for the first 10 items, use our hotkeys on the keyboard. But for the most part, they are kind of far away from the WASD keys or the mouse. You can set up, if you have like a rating mouse with the hotkey buttons on it, you can do that, but I use a standard computer mouse. So we're going to deploy all 6 of these things, and we're going to deploy a Mythic Defender, which is a healing drone. Technically, the Mythic is also a DPS drone, but it does pitiful DPS, or damage per second. It is used almost 100% for the healing. We are using a Rhino Roar pull tractor. Stats here. We are also using a Thracaro's Denial push tractor. And so, yeah, as a Tech 22 engineer, we've just obliterated Copper 1, the first level of the dungeon. Copper 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be obliterated in basically the same manner. Copper 4, when I get to it, sorry, voice cracking. Copper 4 has a set of drones, and it's more obvious when we get there. See a line of drones here. You need to kill at least 2 of them and scoop their key sync. neural keysync, which is the key required to get through this locked dungeon gate. The scoop I'm using is a maxi vacuum scoop, which you can see the stats here. It is a vacuum scoop, obviously, which by pressing the C key allows you to essentially pull debris, like this augmenter up here, and this narrow tweak here, towards your ship to be scooped. I need a specialized drone scoop, stats here, this is one of them. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name, to scoop drones. Some vacuum scoops can also scoop drones, but generally they're two separate entities. Engineers do not use weapons, though weapons that they might use are utility or stat booster based. This is Copper 6. And everything is just dying left and right and center. Keep in mind these are normal blaster drones. There is an upgraded version called a Twisted Blaster Disaster drone. They're more expensive and definitely more badass. Okay, so Copper 7 is also getting obliterated very quickly. Everything here is weak to energy damage, and blaster drones do energy damage. The drones, as you can see up here, these are the drones. These are just little icons you can click on to click on individual drones. Don't want to abandon them. So press X to get rid of that menu again. You can see the mythic. This bar here is the energy bar, corresponds to this bar for your ship, and this bar is the shield. You can't tell what it is unless you hover over the icon to get this little box. It tells you how much energy bank, shield bank, regen, and energy regen. So this is the Copper Blob, this is the main boss. A few ads, and it just got obliterated. Of course it did. So with this vacuum scoop, scoop to everything. Since this is an instance, we're automatically put into a squad. And this, ignore the Discord sound. This is a scripted spawn drone. Drones have a target code to go after other drones. This drone sees me as an enemy. It's not dead yet, but because its owner is dead, my drones won't shoot it. It's not a bug, it's just stupid coding. So now we've got our stuff. What we got was a dark matter extractor blueprint. That's fairly common loot that can be sold to an AI base. A Viz disk, which is a... Actually, no, I'm looking at the wrong list. Never mind. We got a diamond shard, tectonic dissipator ultra, and a copper heart. The copper heart is the commodity specific to this boss. The shard is a commodity crate. Opens up into 30 to 60 diamonds, requires 60 space. You can open it up with a double click or right click, use some, etc. And that is it. Going back out through the dungeon will be infinitesimally easier because everything is dead.